Okay, so welcome back. So this week doesn't look like we're going to be doing any drilling. Weather's forecast is crap again, so probably just spend this week's video showing you about this new 215R 6215R John Deere, brand new. So yeah, I noticed somebody asked in the comments last night what horsepower it is. So it's 215 horsepower, boosts to 230, I think they always boost up to the next model above them. So yeah, John Deere's always, if you don't know, John Deere's always have their horsepower on the bonnet. Well, the newer ones do anyway, the R series. So yeah, I'm just gonna, in a minute I'm gonna head on up to farm 2 because I've got to put these last couple of following harrows on the Vadestad drill. I want to hook up the Vadestad drill and just make sure it all works alright on this tractor. It all hooks up okay. And Dad wants me to help him with a couple of jobs in the grain store. So I thought I'd start off by doing a quick how to drive the tractor with this Pro Command joystick. So yeah, as you can see, I've moved this other screen from here down to here because it was in the way of the mirror a little bit. But so well, to begin with, I'll show you. Actually, I can just drive it on the pedal. So we put the park brake on, so when we get in it and start it up, the park brake will be on, but you don't need to take the park brake off. As soon as we put it in forwards, the park brake automatically turns off, and we can put our foot on the accelerator and we'll start moving forward. And then I'll take it off and then we'll come to a stop. So that'll be brilliant for hedge cutting. So then we go on to this Pro Command joystick. We've got all the buttons here for spools and preset speeds and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, and then we've got a button here which changes the how quickly the this joystick works, basically how fast you accelerate and decelerate, stuff like that. So what I can do now is, there's a little collar on the back there, look, I can pull that in and I'll just knock it forward and we'll start moving, and then I can hold it forward and we'll just get faster and faster. You can either hold it forwards or you can keep knocking it forwards like that, and then you pull it back and then you come to a stop, just like that. So we'll go forward again, and then if I want to go from forward to reverse, I can either do it on this forward reverse lever, or we can just pull the collar in on the back, knock the joystick to the left, and then we'll go from forward to reverse, just like that. And then we can speed up, going backwards. Pretty sure if we pull this joystick right back like that, no, oh, or like that, that's it, it's back to front, it'll come to a stop. Same with going forwards, get a bit of speed up. If we pull that joystick right back so it clicks, it will stop us. So if we go forwards and we say we're pulling out of a junction onto the main road and we want to shoot straight up to 50k, we just push this joystick right forwards like that and we'll fly straight up to 50k. But I'm going to stop that because I don't want to do that. I want to go backwards now. So it's going to slow us down, and it's real smooth. There we go. So one more thing on this joystick to do with the drive. I think we can adjust our speed on this. There's a little roller here, so that will speed us up and slow us down. I think that's it for in the field, actually, that one, for when we're doing field work. Right, so the other option on here is for creeper mode. So we pull that collar in on the back, we push it to the joystick to the left, and then we'll push it forward and we'll creep forward really slowly, and then we let go of it and it will stop. Same with going backwards for like reversing up to implements and stuff like that. If you didn't want to use the foot pedal. I probably just normally use the foot pedal for reversing up to implements, and then you let go of it and we'll stop, just like that. So yeah, that's about it for driving it with the Pro Command joystick. It's dead simple. It might, looking at it, might look, geez, well, you know, what the hell, how do you get that thing to move? But yeah, so there we go. That's a little starter. We'll move on.
Hi guys, Monday 20th of September. Probably wondering why I'm going back to the combine again. I'll explain in a second. So it is, yeah, we had quite a bit of rain over the weekend. We forecast more rain this afternoon and tonight. So ground's pretty wet at the moment, so we're not doing any drilling just yet. So the reason why I'm going into the combine, do I turn the isolator on? I'm not sure. Yeah. So it's a bit dark in here, isn't it?
Get the BBC Sounds app on.
So I've got a USB stick here. So in this combine is the 2630 display, which I used to share between the combine and the 6190R for doing field work. So all the information for farm, fields and machinery are on this screen, saved in the memory. So what I want to do is put this stick in the in here, extract all the data, or take a copy of it, and then put it in the new screen, what we've got in the 215, and export it onto that one. So I won't have to put all new farm, fields, AB lines, implement information, all that sort of stuff. So when it eventually wakes up, I'll stick this stick in here. Right, so we'll put this stick in here and see what happens. Here we go. Import, export data. Begin transfer. Right. There we go. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going quite quickly actually. Okay, so now it's saying data transfer complete, accept. That's it, I think. I'll just pull the stick out and then we'll go and put it in the screen in the tractor. Obviously it will leave all the information will still be on that screen. It's just taking a copy of it. So I'll just quickly give you a once round whilst we're here. As it's a new tractor, it's got a lot of working lights on it. If we don't get drilling soon, we'll definitely be doing some drilling in the dark, I think. All LED lights round. It does look very smart, especially these big electric mirrors and twin beacons, and you know, it looks, big tyres. Does look very smart. Right, so now I'm going to plug this in and we'll export it into here. So as you can see, I've put me control boxes in there for the drills and the fertilizer spreader. I've put me little box for me digital radio, which the cable goes up and plugs into the aux socket. And well, so I was hoping to put my CB radio in there, but I pulled the cover off and it is just, there's a black box in there, so you can't actually put anything in there. I think on the 190 that was where the climate control settings were, and yeah, so that's for the electric mirrors. Got a sunroof in here, which was something we didn't have in the 190. There's a microphone there for the Bluetooth hands-free. What else we got? We've got a visor here. I think we had that in the 190, but we didn't have this one on the back. That's new. We'll see cool box in here. Yeah, so we're getting there. Right, and then we've got a whole lot of stuff here. So I'll plug this in and get this going. Right, so on this screen, when we first start up, it asks if you want to remember the save settings. So we just click on that button to go to all our saved settings for like spool speeds and all that sort of stuff, and what spools we've got assigned to each buttons and stuff like that. So on this Pro Command joystick, we got preset speeds. We can program like SCVs, spool valves, onto these buttons, and resume for the auto steer, and what else? RPMs for doing PTO work, PTO in and out, all that sort of stuff. We've got 2 more buttons here. So yeah, that one there is for how quick you want it to react, basically. How vigorous the controls are, the drive controls are. So yeah, and then if we go into here, so in a minute I'm going to go and have a play around with the front linkage. So on A, which is this one, I'm going to put the front linkage. So that's front linkage 1. So now this button here will do front linkage up and down. And then on B, I want a spool valve. So we've got 4 spools on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. So do we want, I'm not sure which one of these we want. Double acting and single acting, I think that is. So we want double acting. There we go. So because I've got to go and move the front John Deere front mower in a minute, we'll be able to operate the front lift arms with that, and operate the front spool with that one. And then yeah, and we can have like on C, where's C? C's here, and then D, all sorts of stuff. Right, so what I want to do now is plug this memory stick in here and import the information that I've just taken off the 2630 screen. Anything gonna happen? Maybe it wasn't pushed in properly. Here we go, look. Import data. Import from USB drive. Yes. Next. Next. Checking for data. So we've got a second screen in here as well. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same screen as that, apart from it's only got half the software on that this one's got. Here we go, it's got 301 guidance tracks, 40 boundaries, 119 implement profiles. Alright, so we press import. Basically it saves me starting from scratch by putting in all new fields, all new AB lines, all new implements, you know, like drills, fertilizer spreaders, rollers. It'll all be on there. So importing data. Whilst we're doing that, files could not be imported. 23 files had errors, all other files were successfully imported. Oh. Select view errors to see details. Missing geometry, I don't know what that means. Basically loads of AB lines missing geometry. Right, next. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Let's cancel that because it's already done it. We'll have a look, see what it's actually come up with. If we click on guidance, try and remember how to do all this now. It's all still new to me. There we go, look. So we've got a field, scrouches. So it must have put some stuff, transferred some stuff over. Fields, just click on that. Applications, equipment manager, add implement, right. Okay, so there's no other implements in there. Right, well, we'll leave that for now. I'll fiddle around with that in a bit. I've got to learn my way around it all, so basically, we start here, look, we've got front PTO, rear PTO, we've got number 1 manual spool valve, you know, like what we had in the 6190R. We've got number 2, number 3, I don't know where number 4 is, maybe that's what, well, I know I can have all 4 of them on here, but you can also have them on here as well. So I can switch, as well as having these spool valves assigned to these buttons. I can also have them on here, so I can have spool 1, spool 2, well, spool 1 and spool 2, stuff like that. You can also actually use it as a loader joystick, which is quite cool. That button there. So, and then we've got four-wheel drive, diff lock, hand throttle, Pro Command joystick, park brake, which is automatic, lock, Pro Command joystick locked. So we've got a lock here as well, which turns this on. We'll lock that back out. So yeah, but that's for the rear arms controls. Well, manual controls for the rear link arms, which obviously I can control on here. But so that's a quick run through anyway, from what I know right now. Pull that stick out. Okay, so I've just moved that mower over to in front of the hedge trimmer, because hopefully at some point we want to use that drill. But I thought I'd do a practice one before I turn the camera on. So, and now I'm going to get this. It's just starting to rain again. I'm just going to get this front topper and put that in the dry. It's weird not having to put your foot on the brake to stop. I keep putting my foot on the brake to stop and then realising I don't even need to actually do that. Ooh. Alright. So I'm controlling my forward speed on the pedal right now. And I'll lower that link arm down a bit, forward a bit. How are we doing on this side? Yeah. There we go. Park. Hi guys, so it's Wednesday afternoon. Not really got a lot on at the moment. We're still not drilling because it's too wet. Yeah, so I'm just doing odd jobs around the yard really. But so what I've got here right now is a camera. So we got this from Hunt Forest, which is where we got the tractor from. They sell these in their shop. And so I'm just backed up to the weaving drill right now, and it's not got a window in it to see how much seed is in there. So I'm going to put this camera in there. So basically, it comes with this roller cable, and you can get extension kits if you needed more cable. But it's really good. It just plugs straight into this plug here. Twist that on there. So when I take the drill off, I'll just unplug it, and this cable will stay with the drill. So I've already set up another screen for it. So basically all I've done is switch. You can set up as many different pages on here as you want. So we're on page 1 right now, and then I've got this on page 2, which is the camera. So you can see that, and it's got night vision mode as well. If I put my hand over it, it switches into night vision. It's got the little infrared lights what come on. But yeah, so it should be really good, because it'll save me running out of seed. And what I can do is switch it, press this button here, so that it goes onto that screen, so I can have it on all the time, and then I can run the GPS and run page on this one. But basically what I'll do is when it the control box beeps at me when the seed level gets low in the drill, and then I'll switch that page onto camera, and then and watch the seed, and then I can stop just before it runs out. Because last year I ran out a couple of times. I did notice that I'd run out, and went back and patched it in, but it's still annoying when you run out. So yeah, should be really good. And you can actually have, I think, 4 different cameras plugged in. I'm not sure where you plug them all in, because there's only one plug here, but maybe you can get a different socket with multiple plugs. But yeah, so and then you could switch from camera 1 to 3, 4. You could have them all on there. Or I could actually, you can have this, you can cut this down so it's only like a quarter of the screen, so I could have 4 different cameras on that one screen. So yeah, all we need now is 4. Let me switch that back, do it like that. Now we'll switch them over, and then we'll switch it. Yeah, now all we need is for the fields to dry up. Well, it needs to stop raining, the fields need to dry up, and then we can go drilling.
Okay, so that is the end of this week's video. I'm just out walking with Eric and Oscar on Sunday morning. It's nice and sunny this morning, and it chucked it down with rain again last night. But yeah, so we're going to take a week's holiday, so there might not be a video next week. Go on, Oscar. There might not be a video next week unless I do a live stream Q&A or something like that. We'll see. Yeah, the weather forecast isn't looking very good for this week, so we'll have a week off, and then hopefully try and get back to it the following week. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye for now.